Hello, everyone, and welcome to our daily life show. I'm Adam, your host for today's program. We have a very special guest with us, Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Adam. Thank you for inviting me. I'm very excited to be here and share my daily routine with everyone.
It's my pleasure, Lisa. Today, we're going to talk about our daily activities, and I think our viewers will learn a lot from your routine. Let's start with your morning. What time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 6 a.m. When I wake up, the first thing I do is stretch a little to wake up my body. Then I brush my teeth and wash my face.
That sounds refreshing. Do you have a particular breakfast that you enjoy every morning?
Yes, I always try to have a healthy breakfast. Most days, I eat oatmeal with some fresh fruits and a cup of green tea. Sometimes, if I have more time, I make eggs and toast.
Oatmeal with fruit sounds like a great start to the day. After breakfast, what is the next step in your routine?
After breakfast, I usually get dressed for the day. Since I'm a high school teacher, I prepare my teaching materials and review my lessons before heading to school.
That's very organized, Lisa. It really shows how much you care about your job. Do you take any time for exercise in the morning?
Yes, on some days I do a short walk or even a quick jog in the park. It helps me feel energetic and ready for the day.
Let's talk about your day at school. How does your schedule usually look once you arrive at school?
When I arrive at school around 7:30 a.m., I greet my colleagues and start preparing my classroom. My first class usually begins at 8 a.m., and I have about 5 classes in one day.
That must be a busy schedule. What do you enjoy most about teaching?
I love interacting with my students. Every day is different, and it is amazing to see them learn and grow. I also enjoy discussing interesting topics and sharing fun facts about the English language.
That's wonderful. Do you have a special method or activity in your classes that helps students learn English better?
Absolutely. I use a mix of traditional teaching methods and interactive activities. For instance, I often set up role-playing sessions where students practice conversations about daily activities or current events. This makes the lessons more engaging and practical.
Interactive activities always make the learning process more enjoyable. Now, how do you manage your lunchtime?
During lunch break, I usually sit with my colleagues in the teacher's lounge. Sometimes I read a book, and other times I catch up with friends about their day. I usually bring my lunch from home, which is often a salad or a sandwich.
That's a nice way to relax and recharge. It seems you have a perfect balance between work and personal time. After classes end, what do you typically do in the afternoon?
After the last class, I usually have some planning time in my classroom. I update lesson plans, check student assignments, and sometimes attend the meeting with other teachers. Once I finish with school duties, I go home around 3:30 p.m.
And what does your after-school routine look like once you're home?
When I get home, I like to take a short rest. Around 4 p.m., I have a light snack, such as yogurt or fruit, and then I continue with my personal hobbies. I enjoy reading, practicing a musical instrument, or even gardening in my backyard.
That sounds very relaxing. It's important to have time for hobbies after a busy day at work. Do you also finish your work or grading at home?
Yes, I usually spend an hour or so in the evening catching up on any grading or preparing the next day's lessons. But I always make sure to leave enough time for myself after that.
Let's move on to the evening. How do you like to spend your evenings at home?
In the evenings, I like to cook dinner together with my family. It is our time to talk about our day and share our experiences. After dinner, I clean up and sometimes I watch a little TV or listen to some music.
Family time is so important. What time do you usually go to bed?
I try to finish everything by 9 p.m. so that I have time to relax before sleep. By 10 p.m., I'm usually in bed, and I often read a bit before falling asleep.
It's great that you maintain a healthy schedule. A good night's sleep is very important. Do you ever work late or check emails after bedtime?
I try to avoid that. I believe it's better to have a routine that allows me to rest completely. When I get too much work at home, I sometimes do a little bit of work, but mostly I focus on relaxing.
Now, let's talk a bit about weekends. How do you spend your weekends, Lisa?
On weekends, I like to have a change of pace. On Saturday mornings, I sometimes go for a longer run or do a yoga session in the park. In the afternoon, I meet up with friends or visit a museum. Sundays are generally quiet. I spend most of the day reading, preparing my lessons for the week, and spending time with family.
Weekend routines really help recharge our energy for the new week. Do you have any special weekend traditions?
Yes, actually. Every Sunday evening, my family and I have a small tradition. We all gather in the living room, make some snacks, and share our favorite memories of the week. It's a wonderful way to reconnect.
I'm sure that tradition strengthens your bond as a family. It reminds me of how important it is to set aside time for loved ones, even with busy schedules.
Absolutely, Adam. Balancing work and personal life is essential for well-being, and spending time with family helps me stay grounded.
Before we wrap up, let's review some useful vocabulary and expressions we heard today. This will help our viewers remember key phrases for their own daily conversations. Wake up, brush teeth, get dressed, have breakfast, prepare lessons, plan the day, light snack, recharge, family time, chill out. These expressions are very useful when talking about our routines. I encourage everyone to practice them and use them in your own conversations. Lisa, thank you for sharing your day with us. Your routine is very inspiring and practical for all of us who have busy lives. Do you have any final advice for our viewers?
Thank you, Adam. I would say that it is important to plan your day, but also be flexible. Not every day goes exactly as scheduled, and that's okay. Try to balance your responsibilities with activities that bring joy. That way, you can lead a more fulfilling life.
Wise words indeed, Lisa. To our viewers, I hope you enjoyed this conversation and learned some new vocabulary and expressions that you can use in your daily life.
Thank you again for having me, Adam. It was a pleasure to share my routine with everyone.
Thank you, Lisa. And thank you to everyone watching at home. We hope this conversation has inspired you to reflect on your own daily routines. Make sure to practice your English speaking skills and have a great day ahead.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.